Hello everyone, welcome to Rainy Day Let's Play. I am your host, Solon, the Prince of Play, and today I have the absolute honor of bringing to you Read-Only Memories. This is a game made by Midboss, and it is a text adventure, point-and-click text adventure. So if you know this channel, you know that we're very into close playing and close reading games. You are going to see not one, not two, but three singularities. All in one moment. If you don't know what a singularity is, that is when technology accelerates in growth to the point to where a huge revolution is sparked. Basically something that changes life as we know it in a kind of pseudo-evolutionary state beyond what current humanity can comprehend or understand. So that's kind of the most important word here when we talk about what cyberpunk is, this idea of the singularity that is upon us. But the main reason why I want to explain that to you first out, and why I want us to get into this game, because look at this apartment. We are in the technological revolution. It is 2064, and the beautiful thing about what makes cyberpunk so important is that we still live in a shitty apartment. An absolutely abysmal place to live. To live. This is a not so sweet home. Musty might be a better descriptor. Let's see if we can, okay, yeah, perfect. So every time we click on something we get a list of things. We can look at our sink. Don't know exactly what that ooze is, only that it seems to be growing. We've got a book that props up our window. It's a copy of Wigfield. Sometimes the old books are the best, especially to keep your window propped open. Technology, still not better than a book in the window. Basically, the point of cyberpunk is that even though technology has advanced to ridiculous proportions, beyond what we can even comprehend, society is exactly the same. Everything about why we are in San Francisco, Neo San Francisco, there's an addendum onto the word San Francisco. It's exactly the same though. We're still in a crappy apartment. We're a lowly engineer for a company, it sounds like. The plant is in pretty bad shape. Aren't they supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? Yeah! Why can't we get this plant taken care of? Let's talk to it. Maybe we can, you know... They say plants react positively to conversation. I think we're good. Let's back on out of here. We've got a whole life that we're living in this computer right here. Alright, get to work. Let's do it. Oh, thank you. I didn't think that's what we'd actually say. Alright, selling your soul bit by bit, character by character. Done! Let's send it off to the editor. Click. Oh, I'm not even clicking. Okay. You do it. Got our big break out of the way. A glowing review of GX Ultra Beats. And we'll get a book deal or something. It's gotta be it. Work's out of the way, it's time for bed. Let's log out. What a good day of sitting in our apartment and working. Real life is stressful and hard. Dang it, I just realized we just did a day of real life. Maybe we shouldn't talk to our bed. Let's just sleep. God, the cyberpunk future is just so futuristic and far away. Oh, snap! This is gonna be our hero's journey. Is this the guy? He's gonna give us our quest? Oh good, you're finally awake! I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. Are you that significantly opposed to cybernetic augments? We could get cybernetic augments. That means we don't have to sleep. That sounds terrifying. That sounds horrible. How did you get into my apartment? I came in through the front door. The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. Thanks, dog. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. Looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the CQ Gate M14723B. The 17 trillion, you said? I knew my landlord was full of it when he said it was the best. Yeah, that landlord. Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced known significant numeric codes against the stored personal data on you. Looking for a pattern in my passwords. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it was sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do it once I noticed the lock on your window is broken. And that you left it open. Well, I mean, like, who's gonna come in? There's a brick wall on the other side. Apparently small robots. You know my dog's birthday? My window's lock is broken? Oh dear. I attempted to repair it, but it uses a proprietary bolt head I'm not equipped to remove. Why did I get those Nintendo windows? With the proprietary bolts? I took the liberty of filling a maintenance request with your building's superintendent. Considering the speed at which he has historically worked, I estimate it will take him about 16 working days to complete the repair. Not quite to my standards. But you know my dog's birthday. Okay. So we got, like, our friend Hayden is missing. Missing persons case. And we're the only people who can fix that or find them. And Supercomputer here needs our help. Was anyone out for Hayden? Let's start just getting clues, if we can. From Hayden's own prototype machine. No, I'm not even certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. It's not as though he had been looking over his shoulder. However, there are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills. But I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him. He also has never indicated to me any possible danger from an outside person or group. Ah! Excuse me, I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing. Hey! Ta-da! We got a name! Their name's Turing. Turing, the robot person, friend, pal guy. It sounds a bit unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. The thing is that the thought is that we're trying to make AI that has some sort of sentience or passes the Turing test. Named after Alan Turing. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax, and I'm a personal side project of his. Okay, so Turing is not related to Parallax, at least not in the same way as other things that get made at Parallax. Independent research. So Turing was a moonlighting project that Hayden did. Good to know. Exploring true artificial sapience. Thus the name Turing. Okay, cool. So, are you... This would be awkward to ask someone. Are you true artificial sapience? Well, are ya? Like I said, at the beginning of all of this, this is about finding what makes us human. Even when we are possibly fully sentient AI. What makes Turing different from us, or similar to us as people? This is why we cyberpunk. We're out of time. Out of time! I took the liberty of charging the autocab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has arrived. And we're off. Okay, so we're headed to a much nicer apartment. This is that's what they call juxtaposition. When you put our really crappy apartment, and the next scene is a really nice one. So clean. Look at these giant, wide hallways. Like, you could fit multiple people in this hallway. You could have a party in this hallway. There's only 3 doors. Look at how big this place is. As you enter, you take a glance around the studio apartment. Not much has changed since your last visit a few years ago. Doesn't look like there was much of a struggle. Look at it. Got a very nice apartment. I'm not surprised Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off serious attackers. I should have stayed and tried to protect him. Are you programmed against harming humans? Hell no. No, I'm not. Turing's just like, pew pew pew! Oops, killed all the humans. How'd that happen? I don't know. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicone would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to. Okay. Do it. I dare you. It would be fun to see you try. Put your dukes up, Turing. Oh, unless that's a dark twist and our friend the engineer's just like, yeah, it'd be fun to see you try. Please, just rip my arm off. Twist my arm, why don't you? You know, all the way, around and round until it pops off. So why not? I won't for the same reason that you don't go around randomly killing people. The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. Right. So just normal, you know, societal ethics. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage. Yeah, but like, you know, one or two, maybe you're in a dark room, nobody will see you. You don't even know that you did it because you like maybe set up a trap and walked away. You know, you hit a big red button and someone randomly in the world dies. One of those situations. You'd be like, okay. Oops. This is another apartment building juxtaposed right next to ours. And the layout of the whole apartment is exactly the same. Large window in the back, computer in the front and center. We've got home appliances on the right side, and then living information on the left side. Ours had our bed and the door, things that are important to the main character. And so this is what's important to Hayden emotionally, and then this is what is important to Hayden structurally, and this is what is important to Hayden, I guess, politically or just entertainment value, or this is what drives Hayden, right? So on our right side of our apartment, we saw that our character was driven by needs of food and cleanliness. Like their character was defined by everything that was on the right side. So yeah, basically exact same layout in both apartments, just one is upscaled from the other. Welcome to your first time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager, running the latest build of the Parallax Live Intelligence Processing System. Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech? Oh, perfect. Okay, awesome. We have a whole list of pronouns that we can use for our character. I'd been referring to our engineer as male the whole time, but I guess the game doesn't actually do that. So we could do any of our options. Oh, we could do custom pronouns. Cool. There's so many. We could mix and match. We could do so many things. We could have our pronouns be Bob. Or so many other things. There's so many options. You can call me Bob. Great. I think for this, because we're doing a Let's Play in this format, a performative Let's Play, everyone who's been a part of RDLP knows that I usually play as female characters that have some kind of avatar that's represented in a way that keeps them as like a cisgendered situation. For the sake of this Let's Play, I think I want to keep this as a cisgendered playthrough, and I'm going to use male pronouns. If this was something where I could be, if I were playing personally and not performing for a wide audience, I think I would probably use something different, actually. More options. Kosher, gluten-free, goddammit Turing. I'll order the goddammit Turing. Diane said it's goddammit Turing. Seriously? Oh, no, not that one. How about we do... I want to do omnivorous just to see all of the options they would give me in any kind of food situation. Okay, cool. Thank you, Solon. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available. Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy or restart setup to enter it again. In review, your name is Solon. Your pronouns are he and him, and your diet is omnivorous. Does that sound right? Yeah, let's go. Thank you, Solon. Awesome, cool. See, Solon, that was like relatively painless. God damn it, Turing. Thank you for escorting me here. Let's head back to your home. Cool. Got a cool robot companion. This is nice. Alright, that was the whole prologue. We are now into chapter 1. Now we can actually like begin the meat and potatoes of this story, as you will. Oh geez. I'm not here for like 5 minutes and Turing's on my case about probably normal living stuff. Anyway, we're gonna cut the episode here. We're gonna cut this recording session for now. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been great hosting you. And yeah, that's everything. This has been Solon, Prince of Play, here to guide you through read-only memories, and we will see you next time on Rainy Day Let's Play. Hey, I'm back! With a beard and stuff. Hi again. You just watched a snippet of my Let's Play of Read-Only Memories, where the transhumanist aesthetic is used as a backbone to carry this extremely human plot. We've talked a bit about sci-fi tropes like singularities and sentience and the human condition being augmented by technology, but in the end, Read-Only Memories isn't like a lot of other texts like William Gibson's Neuromancer or Blade Runner or other, what's his name, Kurzweil, other like Kurzweilian hand-wringing kinds of ideas. There's quite a few moments, like before the very end of the game, where ROM rejects the plot devices that its own genre kind of it creates. There's one point where you hack into the mainframe of like this evil Google-like corporation by walking in dressed as a janitor. Like you just walk in dressed as a janitor, and that's like literally how you get in. And then you play a guessing game in order to access a hard drive, like real low tech, real basic levels of getting in here. And I think this is super important. There's another chapter in the game, a whole chapter just focused on finding a serial killer who's loose in San Francisco, in Neo San Francisco in 2064. But the killer's methods the entire time are very primitive. One person is pushed in front of a car. Done. Aced. Smoked. Another one is stabbed in the back. And the best one is middle of the game, they get pushed out of a window and you watch them fall to the ground in a heap. That's a defenestration. That's medieval. Like it doesn't get more primitive, more simple, more down to roots than that. And like this is literally medieval, purposefully. Not one of those instances involves technology, and I think is really, really important. So the question is, our big question here is why? Why would read-only memories put up this super high-tech facade right in front of you just to create all of these plot devices that are simple? They don't require any of the facade at all. If I had an idea, I guess it would just be because understanding humanity isn't about the grand events or the set pieces that you usually find that construct something like Blade Runner. So ultimately, ROM is about friendships and how we overcome obstacles using the people around us and our relationships. It's all about the resolution of what happens when the smoke clears. When everything's said and done, who's left to pick up the pieces to do the work? Because we can't escape that, right? I've got this thought about, based on what ROM has given us and based on what we know about rejecting the kinds of texts that would normally bring us to this point, I'm thinking that technology is not what changes humanity. That's the rejection. We, people, us, are the only thing that changes humanity. And that's really cool for me as a Let's Player. That's a really liberating thing as someone who creates Let's Plays, who shares experiences of play with other people, because people watch Let's Plays to connect with another human being over our shared game experience. And I find that the deeper I get into the game, the deeper viewers will experience the game with me. And it isn't about playing the game right, and it isn't about winning the game. It isn't even about playing it right or how powerful the technology I use to create my Let's Play, how pretty it looks. It's not about any of that. The systems that create Let's Plays, they make me read the game closely. I have to get involved, and I have to dive deep into the game as a text. And the systems of Let's Playing themselves make us all better players. And a good Let's Play is a labor of love that connects us together over a game that is simply, it's a game that's well played.